Hey everybody, so it is now Sunday, July 20th. Less than a week away from my surgery, and I'm going to go ahead and take a pre-op shot of my knee. Not as much swelling and fluid buildup through here. Ow, that kind of hurts, just pushing. From what I understand, there'll be scarring here and here when they do the reconstruction.
A man barely alive. Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We have the capability to make the world's first bionic man. Better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster.
Well, at least I don't look as high as I feel right now. I haven't looked at myself in a mirror or anything in a while. I'm looking a little scraggly though.
That's alright. You look scraggly.
Yeah. I can carry off scraggly. Here's my leg.
You did something well.
Yeah. I mean, really, yeah. I can't even finish the thought I was thinking. I had to completely screw up my leg, and if you have to screw it up, you have to totally do it right. This is the fun, exciting moment. Of everything that should feel weird, my toes feel weird. That's coming off. Look, that's where I had to initial to prove it was my leg, or to prove it was the right leg, correct leg, whatever. This is my mom. My mom. It's right down there. It's like a Christmas present with pain or anything. Oh, look, there's one spot. I don't know why I'm laughing. Okay. Ooh. This is gonna be... Oh. This is not as bad as I expected.
See there?
Lot of grossiness there, but...
Oh, yeah.
all sorts of swollen.
Oh, yeah.
Then again, all this is new. This is new. They cut them in there. It has been a week since my surgery. It's today, Friday, August 1st, and wanted to get you up to speed on everything that happened. So, went to the doctors right before surgery and for the pre-op appointment, and they go over what's going to happen in surgery, the options you have if you have any, and I didn't in this case, because there's three options or three different ways you can do ACL reconstruction surgery, and the first. There was one I wanted, one I'd be okay with, and one I didn't want. What happened? I got the one I didn't want. The option that was okay, but I didn't really want was, it's considered the golden standard of ACL reconstruction, is where they take the center of your patella, your kneecap, this sliver out of your kneecap, the center of your patella tendon, and the sliver of bone from your lower leg, and wind it back through and reconstruct your ACL that way. The other option is they take a graft of tissue from your hamstring, weave it together, actually braid it, and then weave it together to form a new hamstring. And in both cases, what happens is your body adjusts to that tissue and actually creates new ligaments and muscle fibers around it. Notice how I say your own body and all that great, wonderful stuff. So what ended up happening was we did the option of a cadaver allograft, and what that means is we used donor tissue. So what was a little nervous about that, and I didn't know how I felt about it. And when the surgery happened, I know now that I'm glad we did that route, because when I went in for the surgery, they just ACL reconstruction, and that if anything else they saw that needed to get done in the knee while they were there, they were going to go ahead and take care of it while I was opened up. They found that my MCL and LCL, which are the ligaments on either side of your knee. So when your knee bends, your ACL is the ligament that keeps your knee, your lower leg from going up like this. They found that your MCL and LCL, which keep your leg from not buckling, also needed to be surgically reconstructed. So they used cadaver tissue for not only the ACL, but also the MCL and LCL. They also found a tear in the medial meniscus. Now, that's part of the cartilage. That's part of the cushion. So when your knee bends, your knee kind of has something to bend on. I don't know if they just removed it or repaired it, as in, again, using donor tissue. I'm not honestly really sure. So I'm waiting when I go for my follow-up appointment next Monday to find out. So the surgery was supposed to be an hour and a half long. They said I had to be there at 6:30 in the morning. Surgery started at 7:30. So I was supposed to be up and awake and conscious, and they were like, by 11 o'clock, you're going to be out of the hospital. I was like, okay, that's great. I woke up at 11:30, so instantly I was like, okay, what happened? And a couple things ran through my mind. About a week before the surgery, I had this dream that I didn't have a leg below my knee, and I was wrestling Zach Gowen. I know, I'm sorry, but it's what happened. So I woke up, and I could only see up to my knee because it was covered up by blanket. So the first thing I did was tear off the blanket just to make sure I had my leg. And I was actually a little surprised to see my leg still there. I don't know. I really am a weird, disturbed person. Anyway, so, but what happened was I had some issues coming out of the anesthetic. When I woke up, basically, the anesthetic shuts your body down, knocks you out, and keeps your organs low. That way there's no muscle twitches and all that great, fun, wonderful stuff. I was so out of it that I was having trouble breathing. So once they woke me up and took out the breathing tube, I kept drifting off to sleep. And every time I would drift off to sleep, my oxygen count would go down because I would stop breathing. So they would have to wake me up and be like, okay, you need to hold your breath, you need to cough, you need to breathe, and forcibly make yourself breathe. And you hear this tone, and there were, I was hooked to a heart monitor, and there was this like ooh tone, and and if it started to go ooh, that meant that your oxygen was going down. So I'd sit there and I'm like, okay, I'm drifting off. Ooh, it was insane. So I ended up leaving the hospital at 3:30 in the afternoon after being told I'd be out of there by 11. Nobody told me anything until I saw my dad at like 2:30 that they had done extra work. I knew something had happened, but just not what had happened. The only thing they told me first was that I was having trouble coming off the anesthetic, and I just didn't know what that meant. And they have to give me extra anesthetic because it takes a lot to knock my ass out. I'm sorry, but it does. I've had my wisdom teeth done, and the 2 times I've had upper GI endoscopies, they've given me something to knock myself out. And it just won't work. I'll sit there like, okay, count down from 100. I'm at like 60, and they're like, okay, you can stop now, and they give me more drugs. So I warned them that was going to happen, and I was out this time. So, yeah. Fun times. I spent most of the weekend out. My dad was there. Big thanks to my dad, because my dad was here a couple days before surgery. He'd left today. My mom came up this past weekend. I feel so bad that I really didn't spend much time with them, because I stayed in bed. I'm in bed right now. I can really only go between here and the couch and the bathroom, and that whole weekend I didn't move from bed at all. I was exhausted. I just couldn't move. I slept most of the weekend, which since then has probably horribly destroyed my sleep schedule, because it took me forever. Like last night I slept, I think 5.5 hours straight, and that was, well, not even straight, just 5.5 hours. Waking up every hour and a half, and that's the most sleep I've gotten like in a row since this past weekend. So I spent most of the week being just groggy and out of it. Like I felt like I was fighting through a fog all week long. Even when I stopped taking the pain medication on like Monday, because the knee, it's sore. Like if I touch it, it's tender along the sides. Of course, the surgical sites are a little sore. Not infected, but just, actually they're okay at rest. When I get up and move around the crutches is when it just hurts. And not pain, it's just sore. Which was the other thing, when I was at the emergency, or in the hospital after the surgery, they would be like, what's your pain on a scale of 1 to 10? And I'm like, I keep thinking like, okay, I'm supposed to wake up, go to the bathroom, and then leave. Because they told me that all you need to do is wake up, go to the bathroom, and then they'll kick you out of the hospital. So I was like, I need to just get up and get moving here. And they were like, what's your pain level? And I was like, I don't know, a 6? Okay, here's pain medication. Wait. Okay. And then I was like getting nauseous. Okay, here's more nausea medication. I'm like, well, then I started to fall asleep. And I couldn't fall asleep because the oxygen level, it was rough. It was rough. So probably just all the drugs stayed in my system for a while. So today is like the first day I'm up and with it. And even, really all I've done today is this and watch television. and I am exhausted. I just feel tired. So, live and let live. Yeah, there you go. So, things are going better. Wanted to show you. You kind of saw the stuff coming off the other day, but there were still some bandages left that we didn't want to take off. But they have since fallen off. So, here is the knee. This is about 2 inches long, but it's actually in a J formation. I don't know necessarily why that was like that. I have 2 incisions on either side of my kneecap, and then I have one on my upper thigh, but it's covered by the brace, and I just don't want to. I'm not in the mood to mess with the brace right now, so I'm sorry. I know you want to see my upper sexy legs. Sorry. Anyway, basically as things stand now, I continue my restricted movement until Monday, where I get reevaluated from the post-op, and they tell me if I can go back to work and get up and get moving, or what's going to happen next. If everything goes well, I'm supposed to start physical therapy next week. With all the reconstruction that took place initially, I was given a 9 to 12 month. This is how long everything is going to take to get your knee back up to 85% of what it used to be. And it will not be a rushed process to now knowing that so much was repaired. I really, really, really have absolutely no clue how long everything is going to take yet. So when I know, I'll let you guys know. Wanted to let you guys know, with the vlog, I have decided I am going to change up some things. And I might keep the vlog the same, but I might do something else on the channel. So when I think about it, you'll be definitely the first to know. Wanted to also let you know some other updates on things. Of course, wrestling-wise, yeah, I probably won't be wrestling much coming up soon, or to many events, because of this. I mean, I don't even know what driving is going to be like in the short term. So, I mean, I'm very fortunate that I feel like I have more flexibility in my ankle now to, like, actually hit the gas pedal. If you saw any of the earlier vlogs, like, I couldn't really do that. I still can't, let me rephrase, especially with the brace. I can't bring my right foot over to where the left should be for the brace, or for the brake. So I know that's not going to happen. I wanted to give a congratulations to Jaime Carroll, everybody! Check out this link here for SpinningJennyTV.com. It's a new web series that is airing. They have all new episodes each day this week. And Jaime Carroll is playing a character named Ka on the show. He is fantastic. I met him he does his own Doctor Who fan film series. So brilliant professional actor. He got a part. Actually, I'm going to give you this link, which I can't remember, spinningjennytv.blogspot.com or spinningjenny.blogspot.com. Anyway, vote for Ka on the right side of the screen. Go here. Click here after we meet, or click here now, and go vote for Ka. He deserves it. Vote for him, honestly. Thank you. So, congratulations to Jaime Carroll. And honestly, Jaime, along with many people, and I do want to say thank you for everybody in all your messages of support. And I apologize if maybe any of my responses were weird. I try to keep everybody up to date, because I know how people get, like, you didn't tell me, I didn't know this was happening. So I tried to tell everybody what was going on. Facebook and MySpace and some emails, but even it was weird because Facebook and MySpace, I feel, are those things that, like, you can glance at and write a 5-word sentence back and it's acceptable. Emails, I think, take way too much more, and it was just, I was so exhausted and just trying to wrap my head around doing anything, especially by being just so I mean, I was groggy for a week, and I mean, I'm exhausted now, but I'm not feeling like I'm gonna fall asleep like I was for this whole week. So, yeah, so thank you everybody for all your thoughts, and I couldn't even go through everybody that gave me words of support just because I got so much. I mean, I really probably got 200 messages, and I really, really thank you for that. I really mean that, so thank you. Other stuff that's going on, I'm going to try to edit this weekend my first episode of my Doctor Who series. I should have done this ages ago, and I started watching some of the film clips to see what I need to edit and put together, and I'm already going like, man, I wish I did this differently and that differently and all this stuff differently. And so my first time being a director, so I knew it was going to be a learning experience, so that's what I'm going to be learning this weekend. Luckily, my computer and television are like right here next to the bed, so now that I'm kind of out of my medicated haze, hopefully I can start working on everything again. Oh my gosh, I'm totally blanked. Wanted to do some shout outs. Sorry, I kind of blanked out there for a second. Wanted to do some shout outs. Wanted to say hello to Steve Urena. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, get ready to go back to school. I'm excited also for school year to start because, of course, many of you know I work at a school, and my staff is coming back, my student staff. All right, now I directly supervise a couple people. Well, 2 of my staff members have been around all summer, so it's like, all right, they've been here all along. But, it'll be new and different. One of them was not my staff member before, and now is my staff member. So that's gonna be really cool. I have 1 brand new staff member, that's really cool, and I have 1 staff member who's returning to my staff from last year. So I already know her, and we have a great working relationship. So I'm excited about the school year starting. I don't know if I will be at part of their training because of this, because the doctor says you need another week of bed rest. I'm not moving anywhere. So, fun times. Let me know what's going on out there. I want to hear questions. I want to hear, the world. I need to live a little bit vicariously. Tell me what's going on. I don't know. I'm not psychic, and people expect me to know a lot. I'm sorry. Especially this last week, I just don't know. Yeah, so when I know more, as always, I will let you know more. And that's a lot of the good stuff that's going on in my world. I will catch you guys soon. And I will see you next time. Oh, it didn't work!